Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back once again to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today, we are looking at the MD-500E by Cowan Sim, more helicopter content. And just as we always do, we're going to start first and foremost with textures, taking a look at some of the options available for this rotorcraft before we get it up in the air, and see how it handles. And somewhere in between there, maybe we'll take a listen to the interior sounds. Without further ado, let's begin. Already jumping into the textures on the 500E. Let me slow my drone camera down just a little bit. There we go. It's your standard Cowan simulations experience. Relatively good. A few bits and bobs that could use some work. I didn't mean to start on the bits and bobs that need work, but there you go. That landing light recess, probably a little bit better done on darker color aircraft. We do have a bright yellow, obviously, for today. That ties in with the plan I have for this review. A lot of smooth textures for what should be rivets on, unfortunately, it seems most of the fuselage. Spotted ones have a little bit of texture. Reflections, dirt, all that stuff's looking pretty good for the most part. Nice centrally low-mounted exhaust. No applicable view through today, but there you go. There's the exhaust. Zoom out a little bit. Here. So yeah, you can see it just kind of goes into a straight wall there, but that's fine. Not a big deal. All in all, I think I'd put this a slight rung lower than the 206 that we looked at last week, also by Cowan Sim. Just a lot of missing 3D textures on the riveting. The navigation lights are relatively assuming same thing for the rear tail one as well. Do we have one on the upper surface? I think that's the nav, and that's probably the strobe up there. Just as before, we do have working anti-torque pedal animations, as well as I would assume collective. Oh, maybe not. Yeah. You can see a little bit of deflection in the rotor there as I move the collective up and down. Nothing huge. And again, it's a hydraulically driven swash plate, so we're not expecting any movement of the rotor head. Toggle my controls back off. Continue on the upper portion of the rotorcraft. You can see there's our intake there. Just looks like a big old K&N air filter, if you ask me. Real nice detail on the rotor head, though. At least on these data tags here. Nice, clear, crisp texturing, even down to the part number and serial numbers. Again, some more detail on that main rotor assembly. Let's take a check around here. I remember on the 206 we ran into an issue where one of the cotter pins on the main rotor head stayed in place, so we're gonna see if we can find that again this time. We're currently 2 for 2, which is good. Number 3. Oh, good there. Oh, my camera's getting more and more tilted the more and more I turn. Imagine that. Good there. See, it would have just been a one-off thing. Check this last one here. And yeah, no. So we're all good. In fact, you can even see the I don't think that's how that works. You can see the cotter pin rotates like it's unthreading itself and rethreading itself as you move the collective, but that's fine. We'll hop inside of the cabin next, take a look at the configurations for this rotorcraft. listen to some sounds, and then we'll get her started and get on with our little quick mission for today. Alright, and in the cockpit now, you can see that previous shadowing issue that I had with the 206's gun. I think that's largely because of my black, I guess, instrument panel. The backsplash is black versus the white that we had on the 206. But all in all, the textures do look relatively good from the PIC seat. Interestingly enough, one of you real-life 500 pilots will have to tell me, do you PIC this aircraft from the left seat as compared to the right? Most rotorcraft I'm familiar with are right seat PIC. The reason I ask, so you have a landing light and a starter control on the back of the collective there, whereas on the collective here, all you have is a increase and decrease for the governor. So I would assume you'd stay on the left side of the aircraft because you're going to need to start it. So that's interesting. Getting up close and personal here a little bit. I think all of the gauges look just fine under normal sun lighting. Let's rotate around here and take a look at our seat textures. Those look good too. It's interesting. So the exterior, I think, falls a little bit short, but the interior looks very good. There's that same carpeting that I liked in the 206. Obviously, this isn't going to be a direct comparison just because they're very different aircraft for very different uses. Mostly different uses. Not a whole lot to see in the back seats. But pretty good detail anywhere that you do look. Wonder if these guys work. Doesn't look like it, and that's okay. Let's go back to the pilot seat. And we'll hop outside, and we'll take a look at some of the options we can load. They're all pretty much the same as the 206, but in case you didn't see that video, we'll add in our passengers, take a look at them, and add all the other goodies on the rotorcraft. So we can have a spotlight, spray kit, which is what we will be using today. We're going to do some ag farming, although I might have to remove the spotlight to do that. Yeah, spotlight's got to come off. The Cineflex camera, we saw that in the previous video. It's just a camera that hangs off where the spotlight is. Floats. I guess we can add floats for today, in case we fall into some water, which, again, this looks like the spray bar is interfering with that. There's our... Oh, they're big floats. They're large floats. We're not going to go with floats today. I was thinking they'd be the smaller floats. Wire cutters we have installed. The cargo pod I'm not super a fan of. It almost looks like something you would do like water spraying with, but there it is. Another option I do like is the utility bench, which is 150. And then you can add a worker onto your utility bench, and that automatically removes your rear doors as well. And then you've got a guy sitting out there. Remove doors, obviously, bear paws are the guys on the rears. But yeah, I think all in all it looks pretty good. Come back out to the drone camera here. We'll take a slightly closer look at our passengers. You can see we've got a generator there for the would-be outside worker. Again, not animated, but relatively high resolution passengers, especially when you compare them to the default Asobo pilot. So that's that. We will go ahead. Okay, this guy could use some work. Look, it's just the stark contrast between the worker and the... Why didn't you guys... Come on, man. Did I not notice this on the 206? Maybe I didn't put him on the 206. Maybe this isn't an option on the 206, but the stark difference between the line worker and like our passengers is yeah, that needs some improvement. I don't think there's a distance. Maybe here. Here they look that from here you definitely can't tell. Especially if you look at, yeah, now I really can't. Okay, anyway. I'm going to go ahead and get the rotorcraft configured for our flight today. And then before we do a startup, we'll take a listen in the cockpit to any sounds and stuff. I don't have the highest of hopes considering the 206, but we're going to take a listen anyways. Alright, nestled in now into the cockpit, we've got our spray bar out there. This is the part where I shut up temporarily and let you guys take a listen to the cockpit sounds in the 500. So let's do that. I'm going to mute myself and then click around, move around some controls, and we'll see what we hear. All right, a little bit, yeah, just deal with that for a second. Sorry. A little bit, I guess as expected, not really a whole lot in the world of sound, but that's what we saw last time, so. Let's go fire extinguisher on the FO side. We don't want one here. We want to see where we're going. So let's run through a startup in the Cowan Sim 500. See here, I'm gonna actually lower my mic a little bit so I can see. There we go. And it's a pretty straightforward process. So I've got the avionics master off, rotor brake is off. We're gonna go battery to on, that to start. Go ahead and close our door, and then we're gonna come over to our throttle idle stop. Hello. Okay, so it was already set. Good there. Fuel valve is in the on condition. We'll get position and anti-collision lighting on the outside. 28 volts. Should be good to start. It's just behind the, on the back side of the collective here. Are you guys also hearing literally nothing? Okay. So that's a misstart. Am I supposed to hold it? Let's try again. Nope, key's in the wrong position. I'm like barely hearing anything. Right, time to hit the books, I guess. God, this is so frustrating. Just kidding. I'm back. Do you see this thing that says start pump? I didn't even, literally I paused the recording and then instantly came back. We're trying this again. You to idle. You to there. Good oil pressure, good rise. I'm annoyed. Alright, so we're just gonna hot start it. I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What's a hot start between friends? Don't tell the feds. Yeah, and there it goes. Can you guys hear that at all? I feel like, hang on, I'm gonna check my flight sim settings. So this is like obnoxiously quiet. Nope, it's where it should be. I mean, I guess I can turn out my whole PC. And now it's almost too loud. That's fine. Okay. TOT's in the green. RPM is good. Torque is good. So let's throw on the generator. And I don't believe there is a I don't believe there's a warm-up time like there was on the 206. But we'll give her 30 seconds here at low idle while our GPSs and all that come alive. Take a quick listen outside at low idle. Yeah, that's really loud. Hang on. There we go. Alright, GPSs are ready to initialize. Should need cabin lighting. So that's 40 seconds. That's good enough for me. Alright, we're going to go ahead and advance our throttle now to full power. Make sure the governor keeps us below where we need to be. It doesn't seem that that's happening. We're not at 100% on the engine. It's just sitting at 70%. Okay. I mean, it sounds like it is where it should be. I'm just looking at the gauge there. I mean, TOT's up. Whatever. Let's give her a shot here. Landing lights on. Actually, we're gonna do, because this throws on that stupid pod. It does. Ha 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 ha. I guess we'll just click the button. There we go. Sprayer still intact. So there is no actual animation for the spraying or anything, so we're just going to simulate it today. Let's go aft on the cyclic and give it a little bit of anti-torque. Just get us in the air here. And I guess we'll kind of come out this way. We're ultimately going to be dying. We're ultimately going to be going to the southwest, but let's get a little bit of runway. I got to clear some elbow space for myself before I crash into the ground. This is a little bit more twitchy than the 206, or maybe it's just been a minute since I've flown it. We're going to land on top of an RV. Sorry to this owner here. I gotta get this thing trimmed out. It's not windy or anything. This is just bad flying on my part. But like I've said before, I never pretend to be a rotorcraft pilot. I'm not a rotorcraft pilot. I'm bad at being a rotorcraft pilot. And yet you're still here watching. I appreciate you for it. Alright, we're gonna set down just short of the threshold. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll find out together. Could you please just work with me for a second here? Alright, let's throw down our visor. So I think we're going to need that today. Back screw it. We'll throw both of them down. I have no idea what the usefulness of the clickability of these headsets is. Like, you can put them away, and then you can... But I don't know what it's doing other than just making it go away. But we'll put it on. Alright, visor's down. Kind of did our hover check already. Let's take to the active. This is such an overpowered helicopter. The smallest adjustments... Oh. Smallest adjustments make the biggest difference. let's do a quick hover check. I guess test. We kind of did a hover check already. Not really. I will say, just from its size alone, it does, to me at least, feel more difficult to hover than the 206. Could be because we got 3 more blades. I don't know. But it is hoverable, as you're seeing here. Just. Alright, let's go spray some fields. Take some power lines out in the distance. We'll steer clear of those guys. I think the field we're going to be servicing today is about a 5 or so minute flight. Oh no, it's right there. Intentionally picked this airport its close proximity to a serviceable field. I did not, however, account for power lines, TV towers, and the like. So we'll have to do a little bit of survey. Hey, look! A low-flying ag plane. This is our field now. Get out. Alright, well, if he can do it, we can definitely do it. So I guess we'll set up for a north to south pattern. We'll take the big field here. We'll leave our buddy to do the smaller stuff. We'll do a north to south pattern. Doing a simulated release of Agent as we go. That's a bird strike. Radar altimeter gone off there, indicating we're below 200 feet AGL. Which we're going to spend a lot of our time below that today. I can't see. Thank you. Alright, starting out on the outside. I don't think we're going to do the whole field, just a few passes to simulate. Alright, tree line coming through. Come down just a little bit. Sprayer on. I'm actually not sure at all about the forward velocity and that sort of thing. There's also power lines this way. I'm not sure about the forward velocity and that sort of stuff you would have. I've never done ag spraying, and I'm completely unfamiliar with it, especially from a rotorcraft standpoint. Get a little bit more speed under our blades here for these next few passes. I've flown this helicopter a little bit off camera, and I can report, much like the 206 and much like you'd expect with a real helicopter, it does get a little bit unstable at high speeds. Which, like I said, you would fully expect, so. It is nice, the extra power that you get here, you can almost just reset your collective after you complete this overhead loop maneuver that I'm doing when I reach the end of the field, and ground effect just takes care of the rest for you. It's really great. So you just add a little bit of collective upstick, a little bit of left anti-torque. Reduce your collective a little bit. And you know, when I talk through it, it just goes wrong, doesn't it? And then you just nestle back in. Watch the trees out to the right. Clear trees. Like I said, we're definitely not getting even patternage over the field or anything like that. But it's fun. Those of you who were around on Monday would have seen my Flight Simulator 2020 video. I do wonder if So they had ag spraying in the, I think it was an Embraer 500E. I'd wonder if, you know, ag spraying comes to life with a Cowan sim. You know, is that something they can add later on? Yeah, look, we were aligned with that other pylon last time round. We're not doing so hot. It's fine. That's why we charge a reduced rate. Because we suck. Trying to think, we'll get into one more scenario with this. So what did we do last time with the 206? We did firefighting. And just kind of, oh, we did firefighting and then we went over to the SpaceX field. So we'll find something different to do in our second iteration here. But I am going to finish out this field, considering oh, we've done poor enough coverage already, we might as well at least finish the job, right? I think that was a ground strike. Don't tell the feds. It's fine, we'll just get some hammers and JB weld, which fixes everything. And this time we're going to come out right a little bit, and a hard to the left. Finish up this last pass. Minding the trees. See, the nice thing about ag spraying in a helicopter is this whole area over here that we're missing. We can just go ahead and stop. Turn around. I said turn around. There you go. And get the rest of it. And hit the ground. There, you know. Just for extra effect. Let's make sure that spot's tender. It was a ground tenderization check is actually what we're doing, and now we're oscillating out of control. That's fine. Would you trust me to spray your fields in a helicopter? Comment below. Free rides. Alright, so that is that field complete. Let's, well, I will RTB, and then I'll let you guys check out whatever I end up picking to do next in the 500E. Maybe something a little bit more controlled, a little bit less aerobatic. So we'll be back with that in just a moment. All right, let's run through the startup again so you guys can hear it this time. So we're gonna go. We're locked there, which is good. Let's run through this real quick. Battery, start pump, anti-collision, and nav lights on. Key to the run position. Rotor brake is... I can't see you. Off. Yep, that's how you check the rotor brake, is you turn your head like 190 degrees. Okay, we should be good to start. Let's hit the starter. I think I have to hold it. Here we go. So there should be some audio for you guys this time. Oh yeah, I gave it away. We're doing the utility bench worker guy. We're gonna give it as good of a shot as we can. Alright, still waiting on RPMs above 60, in the green now. Generator can come on, start pump off. Avionics on. Utility doesn't do anything, but we're gonna rock it anyways. Transponder set. Alright, we're up there. Let's advance our Throttle. That's more like it. I don't know what I did different, but now we're actually running close to... Oh, TOT is super hot. Holy smokes. And I think we just flamed out the engine. I think we just melted the turbine. What? What? We're back down to 60%. Back into... I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. The governor switches don't appear to work either. Just for you wondering, so we're at 70% now. If I increase the governor... If the governor switch over here doesn't work, and the governor switch over there doesn't work. Okay, well, it at least had indication in the 206, or whatever. All right, we're set to take off. Let's do that. We gotta keep in mind we got a good amount of extra weight on our left-hand side between myself and our line worker. So we'll try and trim for that as we leave our little grass strip field here. En route to service some power lines. They're off to the west, so we'll stop following this highway here. And I don't want to set expectations. I expect this to go horrible. Nothing short of horrible. For those of you unfamiliar with helicopter-based line servicing, it's essentially a very skilled pilot stands in place for minutes at a time while a worker, I don't know, does stuff to him. The whole helicopter is energized to whatever the voltage the power lines are. It's a very, very interesting feat. One that I don't think I could do virtually, and I know that I can't do in the real world. But we're going to give her a shot here. Not seeing those power lines yet. I will, oh, there they are. Well, there's one at least. Where are the rest of you? Right there. Not the best time of day to be doing this. Per usual, we're flying with real world weather. Yeah, let's see if we can find some lines on a less populated, or over a less populated area to try it out on, so at least when we crash we don't take other people with us. It looks like they're branching off in multiple directions here as well. Some going out that way, others going straight ahead. Keep going straight ahead. Helicopter is getting a little unruly because we're approaching that V&E of 150, so let's slow it down a little bit. I see a good candidate here on the other side of this highway here. Thank you, Flight Sim. Flight Sim, come on. Come on, you're better than this. My hardware is better than this. Alright, let's ignore the people in this apartment complex for a while. Visual lines. I wonder if wind is a factor too, because I mean, you can't face into the wind like you normally would in a helicopter. Oh, we're losing her. Okay, this is a non-star. This isn't happening. I can tell you right now. This is probably as good as we're gonna get. Do your thing. Don't kill us. He said to himself. And we're dead. Look at that. He's dead. He's off. Okay. Anyway, that's the Cowan Sim 500. Much like with the 206, there's tons and tons of different liveries available. Take your pick as to what you want to do. There's civilian, fire, utility, police, sheriff's department, you name it. You can probably find it. Various regions. From the United States to the UK to whatever Hotel Bravo prefixes are, I'm not sure. That is going to do it for this video, you guys. I thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one, and as always, take it easy.